Okay, so today let's talk about the weaponization of children, okay? And the reason why I specifically want to talk about the weaponization of children is for one reason and one reason only. It stems back, everything has a root, right? So it stems back to this long, over exaggerated war of men and women that is drawn out too long, okay? It's just is redundant at this point in time. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. It's stupid, okay? Let's just be realistic within the matter, okay? We know that society has screwed majority of us, okay? They have crippled us in so many ways. They've turned us into enemies, okay? But at this point in time, now that the children are at a certain age, right, and y'all watching other people being openly admitting to situations, and you can more than likely see some type of wrong you have done on your part in a situation, you'll start to notice everybody ain't clean scot free. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody has some type of dirt that it was involved within a situation. But the issue is not being hurt or being offended in a situation that has happened. The issue is that majority of y'all have not let that hurt go. That's the issue. You have been hurt, but you refuse to let the hurt go. You have been put in situations and you refuse to believe that everybody is not your enemy. Everybody is not trying to tell you a lie, okay? When you look at men and women in this situation, and then, like I said, the weaponization of children, think about this logically. Before, when child support was introduced, it was introduced in a formality for divorcees, okay? You were getting married, it doesn't work out, then you would go ahead and during the separation process and they're doing the finalizations, who's going to get this, who's going to get the kids, etc., etc. That's normally when that process would happen. They started doing that with regular people that's not even married, okay? So they started doing the same thing in that same formality. Whatever the case may be, when you get down to the nitty gritty, a child has to, two people make a child. Two people should be taking care of a child. Okay, let's not skim. We're not gonna jump past that. Once again, if two people make a child, bro, both of y'all should be right there taking care of that child. The issue is within society, they have made it seem as if only one person has a right to be taking care of this child, and they'll put more restraints on what a man has to do to be in the child's life versus vice versa. Okay, now we ain't gonna sim out on the fact that some women don't really ask for nothing from their child's father, other than him being present. And half of y'all, I ain't gonna say it, a lot of y'all fell on that shit miserably, bro. Y'all fell miserably there just to be present, bro. Just be present within the midst. Be around. Like I know, and this is not no shot. I can weigh out the fact of me personally in my life. Like I say, I know if I could say 10 guys that I know that have children, at least one of them is the only one that didn't want to really be in his kid's life. Like I watched a woman begging for this man to be in his kid's life and he just wouldn't participate. I used to tell half of the ones that was dragging their feet, boy, if I could switch positions with you in a heartbeat. And me and they baby mother be talking and they sitting there saying, why does it seem like all the good baby mothers get the shitty baby fathers and all the good baby fathers they get the shitty baby mothers? And that statement rings true because that's where the issue comes in, where the weaponization comes in at, okay? That man knows that he was putting towards the situation, he was helping you financially, etc. But then you froze up on his ass and said, you know what, I'm not tripping no more, bro. You ain't got to put nothing to nothing. I don't have to kiss your behind for our child to be okay. If that's what you ran your factor on taking care of your child, on the relationship or contingency, how men you feel towards each other, then screw it. I'm not, that's fine. It's cool. I do it myself. Then vice versa. I don't want to be with you no more. I'm going to just be taking care of my kid. It's like, I guess it's to women, it's like from what I've been hearing a lot lately, and throughout the progression of years. When you tell a woman something like that or that nature, all she hears is something wrong with me. So since she heard it was something wrong with her, some people don't know how to manage that type of energy. So normally what they do is that they kind of project it back outwards. So if you ever notice you ever been in a relationship with somebody and y'all have a disagreement, and then it seems like all the issues that you specifically had with them, they start mirroring it back towards you and saying, this is what you are doing, but in all actuality, it's what they're doing. That's what I'm referring to. You get what I'm saying? So that bitterness that you see of, oh, he don't take care of his kids, Do you really think to yourself how much loops and restraints that you put onto this man of taking care of his kids? He says, okay, well, I'm about to come this weekend. I would like to pick up the kids. Bang. This weekend, he's coming to pick up the kids. Okay, well, who gonna be there? How many people gonna be there? Is there gonna be a lizard, a dog, a baby pit bull? Like, this is not their father, okay? But you just had all this other miscellaneous stuff because I've been there. I'm the random guy walking into someone's houses and they have children. I don't know these kids, but you welcome me in with open arms. You understand what I'm saying to you? Hey, in some instances, some of y'all smoking, some of y'all sipping. You understand what I'm saying to you? You got kids right here in this dang house, and you talking about the circumstances of what he would be doing. I'm physically in your house right now, and I don't even know these kids. I'm not their father. And y'all doing a lot right now. And you talking about who he would have around. You talking about a person of who he would have around and what he would be and what he would doing while you're doing whatever with your kids. I'm watching this. This is something I'm physically seeing with my own two eyes. You get what I'm saying to you? So if you see those two instances, we have to start realizing that that trauma that you sitting there, you're lingering in and you harboring and don't want to take care of your kids, you're as guilty as the person that's not active that you're forcing out, okay? I just want you to realize that. Both of y'all share that guilt. It doesn't just land on one person, it lands on both. And some of y'all need to reopen up y'all Bible, right? They say the man is responsible for all the things that's within his house, okay? When you take a man's seeds from out of his house, okay, let's be realistic. I need y'all to understand this. This is why Africa, when divorce happens in Africa, on average, children go with the dad. Because once you take the man's responsibility from him and then tell him he's still responsible, that's very difficult because he's responsible for the things that's within his household, not your household. But some of y'all misconstrue that within this source of society that we live in. And then vice versa, my friend. Your woman is not your stepping stone or your stepping market for you to sit there and utilize to your advantage and then do whatever with her and toss it to the side. No, you as a man is supposed to be designed. When you get that woman, right, you know that $1 million question women always ask, the men always ask, what do you bring to the table? And women always sit there and looking like, well, what I gotta tell you what I bring to the table. If you ain't a man, you don't understand. Actually, women do have some type of right to that. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. They actually are right. You wanna know why? Because when you meet a woman, bro, you supposed to see the value in a woman. I'm not even going to cap. You supposed to see the value with your life, where you're headed to. I'm going to give you an example. With me, I didn't live polygamous lifestyles and everything. You understand what I'm saying to you? But guess what? Everybody knew about everybody. I didn't play the game. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of you guys. You like to lie a lot, okay? You like to lie a lot. You ain't got to lie. You can honestly tell the truth. And if that woman right there is not your lifestyle and she's not for that lifestyle, let it go. She's good to go. Because you're going to be holding somebody else's wife up. Let her go. You understand what I'm saying to you? But in that same instance, I need y'all to realize when you sitting there and you sitting there messing with a woman, every last one of them women, and I'm using myself for example, one of them went to school for graphic designing. So I motivated and pushed her, borrowed tattoo equipment, anything that she needed to push her in a position to keep doing what she did. But I also had an entertainment company. So it was good and useful for me as well because that graphic design that she did, and one hand washed the other. One was a psychologist. The other was a hustler and an entrepreneur. All of these things was placing people around me and putting them also in positions to benefit with their best attributes. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's why when a woman on average, when you ask her what did she bring to the table, she looks confused. Because she don't know, first and foremost, what she's bringing to the table, bro, this is the setup. You got the operation already, champ. That's what you creating, what you're building to manifest and bring to reality. That's the table. You ask her what does she bring, you should be able to look at her off the rip and say, okay, well, Miss Lady is that's the simplest thing. Miss Lady is a stylist. Cool. Well, if Miss Lady is a stylist and I have models, okay, bang, we should be going hand in hand. I already see what she brings to the table. You get what I'm saying to you? And then if I allow her to have free range within that field without any hindrance, I can see way more. And if I'm paying attention, see, because this is what you're supposed to be doing. If you're paying attention to your woman or your women, you would know exactly what they're capable of, bro. It wouldn't even be no discussion. So this long-ended war of man versus woman, okay? This long-ended war of utilizing children as a weapon within the process is only crippling us within the society. I'm looking at Baltimore City right now. I'm trying to tell you, we watching babies on babies on babies raising each other. Niggas OG, excuse my language, but somebody OG right now probably 17 years old, ripping and running the streets with the youngest. Come on, bro. We gotta do better. The war gotta end. It's dumb. It's literally dumb, y'all. It's your boy, Tell the Truth OV. Make sure y'all drop what you think down in the comments below. Also, make sure you like and subscribe for more content. You hear me?